Oh my gosh. Oh, we are live. Oh my god. I feel like death. I don't really feel like death. I'm still going strong. How are you guys doing? Oh my god. I swear, when you feel sick for a number of days, it just sucks, man. I don't know what it is. My throat's still killing me. Fatigue is like insane right now. It's so bothersome. Uh, but you know what? I thought to myself, you know what though? That ain't gonna stop me from freaking streaming. That's not gonna stop me from streaming. I am still going to do what I gotta do in regards to, hey, I want to share my thoughts and feelings on certain things. We got a few things that I wanted to go over today. Some things that some things I've seen already, some things I haven't, but I did want to like share my thoughts on. One of those is actually involving Warhammer 40k. So for Warhammer 40k fans, I'm sure that you'll enjoy yourselves. And then another video that I had wanted to watch a few days back. That's seemingly like a video that you'll see like when you need it. And another one that I thought would be interesting would be essentially a video that seems to be taking two people at two very different areas of life and hearing them talk to each other. And I'm very excited about that because I love getting, differing perspectives from people when it comes to like their own personal experiences, especially when it comes to time, because I feel like we learn a lot. But yeah, how are you guys doing? It's so good to see you. My God. Let's get the YouTube screen up here right quick. Let me see. Let me remove the ultra wide capture because that is not what I want to do. Let me see. Remove that, and then we'll make it just so the YouTube capture is there. Let me see. Oh yeah, and the background on my ultra-wide screen is quite literally Freerin and Himmel, which I absolutely adore them, like 100%. They are some of my fave characters of all time. Yeah, but this is one of the videos I definitely wanted to react to. The Echoes of Eternity, the speech by Sanguinius before the Eternity Gate. I did want to react to this. Now, the reason why is because I have watched it once before. Okay, I have watched it once before, but I feel like in all honesty, there is so much that you can get out of this video as far as like leadership goes and what it means to be human. Like what it means to be a person and what it means to be scared, what it means to, like see the end coming, but then like standing strong and being like, I'm not gonna move. You move. Like I ain't going nowhere. I don't fear the end that's coming. What I'm more scared of is, giving up my position right here and now and just letting things, letting the die fall where they're going to fall and just kind of letting things go the way they're going to go. I mean, I feel like this speech in particular really, really stands out to me. And then what I also wanted to react to was this video here by Facts, 57 Years Apart, a boy and a man talk about life, which honestly, I see a lot of value in that. Because, okay, so what we would basically have is essentially like an older person who they would have more, wisdom and experience. But then you also have a child who has the innocence of childhood. And I don't like using the term naivety. I don't like using that term. Even though it's true in some regards, I feel like children, they do have a sense of wisdom that is almost beyond us as adults, in that they can almost just be extremely intuitive. It's kind of like that whole thing, like if babies don't like you, then you're probably not a great person, or like it's the equivalent of like if dogs don't like you, you're probably not a great person. It's one of those things where I feel like children are able to see the world in a way that we as adults will never see the world again. Like we won't. We experience the world in the moments that we're experiencing life. We are limited by our age. We are limited by our creativity. Whereas with a child, they've got an entire life ahead of them and they've got endless creativity to basically see the world however they're going to see it. So we're basically going to see creativity and youth, not verses, but a conversation between two people at two very different stages in life, and see how they interact, essentially. And then, of course, the video by AJ's life, you'll see this when you're in the phase of life, then never again. So I know that it says then never again. It does say that very clearly, then never again, but we keep coming back to it. So we might watch this first. We might honestly watch this first, because I feel like I keep bringing up the video and I'm like, man, we gotta watch this. So yeah, and then of course the FF14, cinematics. I do wanna go into that as well. So I say we get started. We'll probably start with this video by AJ's life. But first off, let's get these bongo cat things. We got a burger, lovely, love it. And then we got a bonk emote, phenomenal, brilliant stuff. Okay, let's get to this video. I'm very, very interested to see, like, when we need it. Like, why is it that we need this advice? So let's see it, because this video came to me like out of nowhere. It was in my recommended, so I'm like, okay, maybe I need this video. So let's hear what he has to say. I'm interested.
All right, this video is for you young adults out there that are feeling kind of lost right now.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's not lost. Maybe you know where you're going.
Okay.
And where you're headed, or at least you know a general direction, but you're not there yet, and you're starting to wonder, like, is this ever going to happen for me?
I'm assuming he means, like, and of course he's probably going to get into it, but I'm assuming he means, like, if you're at a stage in life where maybe you have a goal, or you might have in mind certain things that you really, really want to do, and it's like, is that going to work out? Like, for instance, yesterday we talked about, like, buying a home, having goals set in that way. Like, is that going to work out for me? And that question can be kind of scary. Like, are things going to work out well for me if I make this decision or that decision? Like, because we're scared of failure. Many of us are scared to fail. Many of us are scared of, not being able to grow in a direction that we want, or take a path that we want to choose. So it's like, are we gonna be okay at that point in life? Are we gonna be okay if we're not exactly where we want to be at that moment?
I'm going through a similar season. That's why I'm making this video, because surely there's somebody else out there that is feeling the same way.
No, exactly.
You have a lot of drive. You have a lot of ambition. Things just haven't clicked for you yet.
True.
One day you wake up feeling that it can all happen tomorrow, and you're on top of the world, and sometimes you're a little down because it feels like it won't ever happen at all.
This is also very true. Like, motivation, depending on the kind of person that you are, because, for instance, my wife, she's incredibly self-motivated. But for me, I get spouts of motivation. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, as AJ said, like, I am on top of the world. I'm ready to take things on. I could run 10 miles. I could run 10 freaking miles right now, and nothing could stop me. And honestly, I feel like that is very relatable. That is very, very relatable. I feel like a lot of people go through that, where they might feel incredibly motivated one day, and then the following day it's like, oh my God, the world is, crumbling around me. Nothing matters. Keeping a positive mindset is essential. And as far as, like, what you choose to do with your mindset, like, you try to spin it in a positive way, even when things are, like, not going your way. You try your best to kind of make the best out of a bad situation, but some situations are way worse than others. Some situations are gonna break you down to a degree that you are not, ready for, that you're not prepared for. And in those moments, some people rely on a higher power, some people rely on others. Sometimes we need something greater than ourselves. Sometimes we need to rely on someone or something that is stronger than us, so that we can share that burden, because that burden becomes far, far too much. You know, it becomes too much for us to bear. So I get where he's coming from with that. It does feel that way sometimes, where just one day you feel phenomenal, and then the next day it's like it all shifts, and then out of nowhere you suddenly feel like, oh my god, the world's crumbling around me.
That's how it's felt for me lately, and I don't necessarily.
I don't know where he is, by the way. I'm assuming this is like Cali or Miami or something. I would assume because of the palm trees, but this is a beautiful area. My god, homie lives in a great city.
Think that that's a bad thing. I just think it means we're aware, you know?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
aware of the current season of life we're in.
True.
And I think that's exactly what it is. It's just a season of life.
I had a well, not even I have. I know someone currently, a good friend of mine, who uses that terminology, seasons of life. And I didn't quite understand it until I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, you know what? It makes sense, because just like the seasons, you know, times change, and sometimes we enter into these long like, it might feel like our life is in, you know, different like days, you know, like, oh, this day's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know. Other times it feels like an entire season is going by, whether it be like, oh, you've, you know, taken on, you know, additional debt by getting a home or a car, or, you know, you've moved out of your parents' house, or you got married, you're having kids. A big life changes like that open up to a new season of life, and acknowledging that you have those changes in seasons, I would say, is pretty essential. You know, that self-awareness of, hey, this is a different time in my life. I can't expect the same result as maybe before to happen again. You know, like, that's not what I can expect. Because in all honesty, when you do get into certain seasons in life, you're going to find things that, you know, might have been easy way back when are a lot harder now. You might find that when it comes to things that you used to love to do before, hobbies or things like that, maybe now you don't enjoy them as much anymore, or maybe you don't enjoy them at all. So the different seasons of life essentially means, like, at least to me, in my mind, means different points in your life where things change in a slow yet dramatic way. And by slow, I mean like for instance, like, even the death of a loved one. Like, yes, that is a very, very quick change. It's like the changing of, like, it's like an official changing of the day. Like, oh, we're officially in fall. Oh, we're officially in spring. But you're not going to see those real deep changes for a while. Yes, an official event happened. Yes, it's the first day of fall. But the leaves are not really going to start, you know, changing to orange and yellow and red, those really nice shades. They're not going to change right overnight. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like an overnight change. It's going to be something that takes place over the course of time. So yes, even though a season might have started on a certain day, it doesn't mean that all the change is going to occur in that moment. It's going to happen over time. Like, when it comes to grief, when it comes to loss, yes, you lose something in a moment. You had it, now you don't. Could be a breakup, could be the death of a family member, friend. It could be anything. It could be any kind of loss. And honestly, like, it's just when you enter a new season of life, yes, you're officially in that new season. You're officially in the winter season of life. But you're going to see the changes in yourself and in those around you and in your overall life, your experience in life over time. You're going to feel the absence of whatever you lost. You're going to feel the weight of whatever's changed. Maybe you got a new job. Maybe you have kids. Like, it doesn't just have to be a bad thing. It can be a good thing too. It can be like having children, bringing children into the world. And now you're in this place where, yes, in a moment, now you have kids. It's like, oh my God, you're a mom, you're a dad. And it's like, now the rest of your life has changed. Now you have a new season of life for the next, 18 to 20 years. And then after that, another change when your child moves out. Then you have another season of life. And it's just like, yes, these moments, they happen, like these instantaneous moments, they happen like, oh my God, like a new season has started. But it doesn't mean that all the changes of that season will occur all at once. It's something that you live through. It's something that you experience over time. So, it's not something that happens instantaneously, and it is something you do need to be, self-aware of.
That's something I think about a lot too. Like, people who have made it beyond where I've made it
Okay.
have probably been through this season and thought the same exact things that I'm thinking right now.
Oh, absolutely,
And
man.
things like that give me comfort
100%.
because there are plenty of people that are out there that have done what I want to do that came from less than what I came from.
We always need to remember that. This man is speaking some truth right here. It's like, if you have goals in life, if you wish to achieve things, like for instance, me, when there's like goals in my life that I really want to achieve, one thing that does motivate me, because we're always told like never, compare ourselves to other people, and it's true to a degree, but I would argue that that's more in like your sense of self-worth. Like, don't compare yourself to others, because we're all equal in the eyes of God. We're all equal. We're all people. Not one life isn't more precious than another. So it's like, we're all equal in that way. But like, I don't know. It's just, it's such a deep, like, this is a very, very deep subject. Like, talking about like how people, like, they come from less yet they achieve more in life. And that happens sometimes. Like, well, I would argue it happens a lot. Like, people might surpass us in some kind of way, and then we look at them and are like, oh my God, like, I'm so terrible and stuff. You could look at it that way. You could. But that's not healthy. Instead, look at it as, oh my God, that person came from less than me. They had it way harder than I did. What is stopping me from improving? Look at it as a chance to improve, not a chance for you to tear yourself down and be like, oh my God, I need to compare myself to this other person because they came from nothing, I came from so much, therefore I should be here. It's like, no, just consider the fact that it is possible for you to achieve your goal. If someone else can do it and they had far less advantages than you, then you can certainly do it too. There's no reason you can't. There's no reason you can't. So, if you have a goal in mind, keep in mind, in a healthy way, that others have achieved similar goals to you. And they likely had it harder than you did in some way, shape, or form. Because at the end of the day, in one way or another, we all have it worse than someone else. In one way or another. We could have the entire world in the palm of our hand, and yet there is still someone out there that doesn't have a problem that we do. It might be a minor one, but at the end of the day, we all struggle with something. Nobody has everything figured out. We don't. And as much as some people might want to act like they do, if a new season of life started, that day changed, and all of a sudden something dramatic happened in their life, and now they need to start a new season, I mean, I'm sure many people would feel lost. Because you know what? That's what it means to be human. It means that we move through and move on when it comes to difficult situations. We do our absolute best to keep moving forward. We do our best to keep progressing as people, and we do our best to grow and develop. Whether it's our own personal growth or our relationship with others, we do our best to keep growing as people,
So I know it's possible, and knowing that they went through a season like this as well is kind of what keeps me going.
Very true.
And I hope that's what keeps you going. If you're out there, you don't really know what you're doing, you're lost, you want to make progress, but you don't even know what tasks to complete every single day in order to make progress. Just start taking action.
Literally, just start by making your bed in the morning. I kid you not. I'm not joking. I'm not joking you. I am giving you a key to success right here. Literally, just start making your bed in the morning. Seriously. Just start with something small. Make sure you're taking a shower every day. Maybe cook a meal once at home every day. Something you can do daily that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like you accomplished something. Seriously. Before you go to work, before you start a monotonous week, give yourself a small win. Seriously. Give yourself a small dub that you can be happy about. And then when you come home, you don't need to worry about making that bed. Or you don't have to worry about, ordering food or something like that. You already got it taken care of. You relieved stress off your future self. By taking initiative. By taking a small action and doing something. That's what I do. That's what I do every day. And I haven't stopped doing it for, about 2 years now? When I wanted to improve in my daily habits, I made my bed every day. My wife, she would leave. She'd go to the gym or to work. And me, I'd wake up a little bit after her. And then I would make the bed. First thing I do. Even before I freaking brush my teeth, man. I make our bed. Because that to me was a small win that I could give myself at the start of the day, knowing I accomplished something. Today is a day where I'm going to accomplish things. That's how it feels. And not every day is going to feel that way. But I kid you not, that is probably one of the best things that I had done, is just make my bed every day. Is just get a small win. And a small kind of push in a good direction, Something
I heard the other day is, he basically started it out with saying, what do you do when you're lost in the woods?
Okay. What do you do?
And the other guy says, I don't know.
Yeah.
And the speaker says, you start walking.
Okay.
Why do you start walking? Because if you don't, you're going to starve to death.
Yes. Exactly. You just move. Just do something. Go in a direction. It's better to have tried than to just totally fail and fall on your face and die. No. It's true. If you're in the woods, yeah, you could just stay there and just, hope for the best, but nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. You need to make the change that you want to see in your life. You need to make those changes. This is so true.
Nothing will happen if you just stay stuck in the woods.
Yes.
If you start walking and you figure out after 2 days that you're in you went the complete wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yep.
Now you know which direction that you can't go, or you at least tried a direction and you know that it's not the direction that you need to go in.
That is so freaking true. At least that way you learn something. Even if you go in the complete wrong direction. Even if you're trying your best and you went down a route that didn't end up working out, at least you did something. You didn't just sit down and let the world decide your fate for you. You said, you know what, I'm going to take my life into my own hands and I am going to try my best. And if it fails and I fall on my face, I fail and fall on my face. But you know what? Just like in this analogy, you went the wrong way in the woods. Well, guess what? Just turn around, go the other way. If you didn't get anywhere within 2 days or whatever, as you said, like walking through the woods for 2 days, you didn't get anywhere, well then go another way. It's better than just sitting there and not doing anything. You're better off moving and trying to find your way out, because you know what? You very well might find your way out. You very well might find your way out of that woods. You might find your way out of that season of life. You will find your way out of hardship if you keep moving. If you keep moving, keep striving for something. Strive for something. Make a goal for yourself. Make some form of goal. For real. Make something where you can work towards it every day. Something small. As I said, making a bed, making a meal, just doing something tiny that can help motivate you.
So now you turn around and you start walking out and going the other way. So basically the whole idea is to just take action. You find out through doing, not by thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that I've picked up on over the last few months is you figure it out by doing, not by thinking.
I love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. AJ, you had a phenomenal amount of points there, my friend. Phenomenal amount of points. I'm going to link the video.
This video is for...
I'm going to link the video. Yeah, because this guy, that video deserves all the love. That video is freaking phenomenal. So please go and check out that video. I don't know what other content he makes, but yeah, feel free to check out the video for yourself. What a phenomenal video. It's so true. It's so true. So valid. And honestly, I could not... I mean, I couldn't even imagine putting that in a simpler and more concise way. It was phenomenal. It was straight to the point, and I ramble. AJ got straight to the point, and I appreciate that. Because me, while I do ramble, I appreciate when someone's a straight shooter. You know, just like, hey, there's hardship going on in your life right now. Just give it time, and put the work in, and gradually things will change. Things will get better. I love that. I love that. Great video, man. Phenomenal video. I'm clapping. I'm clapping. Woo! Great video. Great video. All right. Next up, what we're going to hear? We're going to get a little water break here. Pardon me. Okay. Got some water in my system. Trying to get all the sickness out of me. My God. This one is one I definitely wanted to watch. This is one I wanted to watch. And I think we're doing good as far as time goes. I know today I wasn't going to stream for too terribly long, at least this morning, just because I am kind of very tired. So I wanted to get some more sleep. It is Saturday, so I wanted to kind of sleep a little bit more, just because I had a long week, and obviously I've been sick. So I did want to sleep a little bit more, but I say we could probably watch this video. I would like to watch the Sanguinius one, but that's also 8 minutes, and I feel like I could talk about this video for a freaking hour because I love Warhammer 40k so much. Let's go into this video. Let's go into it. 57 years apart, a boy and a man talk about life. Facts.
Oh, you have yours. What's that?
Oh, do we have captions?
Okay.
I don't know where the question.
We sat down a 7-year-old and 64-year-old to ask each other questions about growing old. Okay, about growing old. All right.
I don't know where the song is.
Well, will I ask you a question, the first one?
Okay.
Right. What is the worst thing about being young?
Okay, let's see what he says.
Well, you get lots of homework. It's also pretty. They're like in the middle, like in school, like in the middle of bad and good.
I love that answer. It's just, you can tell from this gentleman's reaction to that. Like, look at this. You can just tell from his reaction, like, he asked a question, and I'm almost positive that everybody who's older, even me being like, you know, an older, like, and I'm not old per se, but I'm not the youngest. I'm not like the spryest person in the world. But you can tell just by his facial expression, the fact that homework is the worst part of being young. Like, that's the hardest part of being young. And it's like, I think that when you get older, you'd look back on that and be like, what am I even talking about? Being young was awesome. Like, there was, like, homework? But it goes to show that, like, when you're younger, you look at things in such a black and white and face value way. And it's like I said at the beginning of the stream, you will never see life this way again. You won't. You won't look at life in this simple, innocent way. You just won't. Your life becomes so complicated and difficult, you know? And as a result, we start to complicate it, and life becomes a lot more gray. And it becomes filled with more experiences, sure, but it becomes filled with far more stress and opinions and, you know, all this different stuff. That answer was so great, though. I mean, props to the kid for honesty. And honestly, this gentleman's reaction, I mean, spot on, really. Just the fact that that's what he's primarily concerned with. It's like when you get older, you worry about so much more, you know? You worry about so many more things. And, you know, it's just it's the innocence of, like, man, I have, like, barely anything to worry about. I just got homework. I gotta worry about.
It's also pretty, they're, like, in the middle, like, in school, like, in the middle of bad and good.
Oh.
What is the worst thing about being old?
Oh, boy. Let's see.
Not being able to do things that you could do when you were young.
You can't bend down and get stuff on the floor.
Well, I can still do that, but
I'm fine doing that, admittedly. It's like, okay. So when it comes to people that I know in real life, whether it's people I work for or family friends that I know, when they're elderly, one of the most common things I hear is, I hate not being able to do these things myself. Like, I hate that I can't do this myself. It bothers me to no end. Because in your brain, mentally, if you're still spry and you're still young in the mind, I can't even imagine how frustrating that must be at times. At times that you can't do what you want to do. You want to jump, you want to run. Your mind sees, like, an image of you running. It pushes that idea and is like, oh my gosh, I should run right now. Your body can't. Your body can't do it. It can't keep up with what the mind wants to do. And I can't even, that's why I have respect for people who are elderly, who are still trying to keep their spirits high. Because in all honesty, as you get older, your body, it's a temple. Absolutely, your body should be something you take care of, but it also becomes one of your biggest ops, because it prevents you from doing things that you want to do. Like, that is 100% valid and true.
the problem is your body gets a bit stiff.
Yes.
I know it hurts a lot when you try to get down when you are
That's
old.
right, yes. You might get sick more often.
Yeah, true.
Hopefully I don't. But that's the problem.
That's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
The only time I went to a hospital.
So it's like, it's interesting because I noticed that with the kids' answers, like for instance, like, even when he said, like, the older gentleman was like, hopefully I don't get sick, and then the kid's like, yeah, that would be bad. It's like, it's very, I don't even want to say it's surface level, because it's not that a child is surface level. It's just the depth that they have as far as their mental capacity is different than ours. Because they can think very deeply into things, just not in the way that we do as we age. You know? Because they might overthink with other things, with smaller things. And there's something that makes me, it doesn't make me rage, but it frustrates me, is literally when people are like, oh, kids are so dumb. Like, and they mean it sincerely. I'm not talking like a joke. I'm talking like people who genuinely think kids are stupid. Like, no, you are wrong. You're wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more freaking wrong. And it upsets me to no end. The idea of, like, people being like, oh my god, like, kids are dumb. Children are stupid. It's like, they don't get what's going on. They see the world differently than you do. And honestly, their perspective is so valuable. It's such a valuable perspective. And their answers to life's questions can sometimes be the most genuine and the most meaningful, because it brings us back to when we were little and when life was simpler in our eyes. You know, And sometimes we get lost in the sauce, man. Sometimes we get lost in, like, oh my God, I have so much to worry about, that we forget the simplest things. The simplest and most meaningful pleasures in life. We just forget them. And then you have kids who are just like, yeah, I like ice cream. That brings me happiness. What brings you joy? Petting my dog. It's like, we forget that kind of stuff. We forget that there is so much beauty in life and so much joy in life. Because we're like, oh my God, I have so much going on. I'm so stressed. The very breath you take is a gift. You know, it's a gift. And it's a gift you should be happy about. You know, it's a gift that you should feel blessed for. And when you go outside and you feel the sun on your skin, or you feel a cool breeze that just, like, you know, like makes you, has like little shivers down your spine, raises the hair on your arms, you know, it's just, that's the kind of stuff, those are like the little pleasures that we need to remember as we get older. It's like, look, the life that we have is filled with pain, but man, is it filled with beauty too. Like, we can't forget that.
Pretty bad.
The only time I went to a hospital is my mom to, like, get me born.
Oh, yeah. Do you wish you were...
The only time he was ever in a hospital was when he was born. Hey, props, dude. Props for that. Major W right there. For real. Major W.
old?
Wait, what was the question? Hang on.
Do you wish you were old?
Do you wish you were old? Okay.
Maybe. Like, so I was old.
I love this question, by the way, because this answer right here. I could buy my own stuff, be married, I could have a car, or whatever he's going to say. Literally, that's what kids think. Kids are like, oh my God, well, yeah, obviously I want to be older. I want to be able to go to bed whenever I want. I want to have, like, oh my God. Okay, I'm about to give you guys a little bit of paged lore. So one of my biggest things when I was younger was I wanted to eat sugary cereals growing up. Like, I wanted to have Cocoa Puffs and all that kind of thing. My mom, like, refused to buy them because they were so freaking bad for us. So basically, she didn't buy them for us. She was like, no, I'm not going to do all that. And it was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But when I was older, I was like, man, I really want, I can start buying sugary cereal. Heck yeah. And then I'm like, wait, I got bills to pay. I should probably prioritize, like, eating, like, healthier now, because, you know, like, I've noticed that, you know, I'm gaining a little bit of weight. It's very funny to me how when you're a kid, you look at things in this way where you're just like, it's simple, but it's not wrong. It's not wrong. The way they're thinking is not wrong. It's not incorrect. It's simple. It's a different way of viewing the world than we do. Because honestly, like, this question, like, do you wish you could be older? It's like, I bet every old person wishes they could be young, man. I wish and even me, like, I wish I could go back, like, you know, like a few years or whatever, and, you know, take better care of myself and take the knowledge that I have now and apply it to years ago. I wish I could do that. Are you kidding? 100%.
Old, and so I can, like, buy stuff for my own and have be married, but that'll be you.
I'm freaking dying right now. Dude, that was me when I was younger, bro. I was like, dude, cooties are a thing. Cooties are a thing. They are a thing, 100%. But then you become like 12, and then you're like, oh my God, that girl's actually kind of cute. Never mind, she doesn't have cooties anymore. And you're just like, oh my, that's like 12 years old is about the time when you're like, you know what? Maybe that person is not that bad. Maybe they are kind of cute. Maybe they are kind of good looking. You know, that's literally what happens at that age. But I remember when I was younger and I thought the same thing. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to be married and stuff. But then again, I also was a kid that grew up with a lot of values that focused around family. So I think for like, maybe like, I don't know, maybe until I was like 9 or 10, I didn't really have an interest in getting married or anything like that. And obviously when you're younger, you don't really have an interest in it, clearly. But I feel like that was like my dream as I got older, was like, oh, I want to get married. I want to have kids, you know, that kind of thing. Like, that was something I hoped for, you know, in life. even at a young age, you know, I hoped for that kind of thing. But I love his response of being like, yeah, but that's ew. And I'm like, hey, valid, my man, valid.
Do you wish you were young? Why?
Ooh.
Well, the problem about, the great thing about being young is you have more time. You have more time to do things.
True.
I could play games, which I did. I used to play Cowboys and Indians.
Oh my God, so did I. So did I. Me and this gentleman are not the same age, but I used to play Cowboys and Indians too growing up. I used to play that game a ton with my friends in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I play.
Do you?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I like about being young. I could use my imagination more.
Oh my God. It's so freaking true. That's so true. It's like the world was your freaking oyster when you were little, man. Like the world was just it was you had all of life ahead of you. You know? And it's like depending on where you're at in life, it's like, do you have more years behind you or ahead of you at this point? And the truth is you don't know how many more years you have ahead of you, but you do know how many years you've had behind you. And that's why we need to value like the experiences that we have. Just like with the previous video, you know, the seasons of life. You know, we want to be sure that we're making the most of our lives. You know, and for you young people, you're watching the stream, I know that that some young people are on Twitch and stuff. Make sure that you're doing, like, make sure you're enjoying your youth. You know, like, enjoy it. Enjoy time with your friends. Enjoy your video games. Enjoy your time outside. Enjoy your freedom when it comes to your time. And enjoy just being a kid, man. Just enjoy it. Really. Like, please. Because when you get older, you're not going to have all that time. You're not going to. And it's going to wear on you. Your bones are going to hurt. Your back's going to hurt. You're going to have pain in different places. You're going to feel worn down by anxiety and stress. So, dude, I feel like I'm going to cry, man. It's just like, just please enjoy your youth while you can. Like, for real. Like, there were things, like, when I was a kid that I wish I did more. Like, I wish I hung out with my friends more. Like, I really do. And now many of my friends, like, are older and stuff like that. And a lot of us don't even have time for each other much anymore to, like, spend together as friends. We don't really have all that time anymore. But I look back on, like, when I was younger, and, you know, I would, like, turn down spending time with my friends because I, you know, just wanted to, like, play video games and stuff like that. And I missed out on opportunities to spend time with them. And that is something I regret. So, you know, like, what makes you happy as a kid, like, just pursue that. Pursue that as long as you can. And then, once it's time to grow up, man, it's time to grow up. But until then, you know, try to enjoy life in a way that, you know, makes you happy as a kid.
That's a sad story. You can't do that anymore.
Well, I could be an older cowboy. I might do it yet.
It's true.
Will you fall in love?
Aww.
And what will it be like?
I
Aww.
don't know. Like, we'll have babies, it'll be like fun. I'll like have to change. Even though I'll have to change his diaper, it'll be fun.
Ah.
It'll be fun. I love that. I love that mentality.
But what about if he cries?
What if he cries though? Hey, that's very, very true. That's honestly valid. That's a good question. What do I do if my kid starts to crash out though? How do you explain a kid crashing out to another kid to another child? Like, how do you explain this? But honestly, very true. Very valid. It's like when you're younger, you do see things in a simpler way. You do. You just do. And I feel like the answer that he gave, like, literally where it's like, it'll be fun. Like this part right here. It'll be fun. It will be, buddy. It will be fun. But you need to also remember, like, and he's not going to be thinking about that right now because he's young. You know, you're not going to be thinking about, like, the fact that, like, there's going to be, like, stress involved. There's going to be financial stress. There's going to be emotional and mental stress. There's going to be a lot involved. But with this kid, you know, you're not thinking about all that stuff. Like, the joy of having a child is not drowned out by all those stressors. You know what I mean?
What about if he cries?
Well.
I'll just sing like Ed Sheeran to him, like.
I'll just sing to him like Ed
Who do you
Sheeran.
love now? Who do you love now?
His parents. Guaranteed. His parents? Question mark?
My mom.
Your mom? Your
Yep.
dad?
Yeah, I like my family. Did you fall in love?
That's so sweet,
What
man.
was it like?
Oh, let's hear it.
Yes.
What one thing, just one quick thing, because I do want to hear this man's story. This is one of my favorite things to ask people, by the way, that I meet for the first time when I see like a couple that's elderly. I love to ask them how they met. I love to ask that. Love stories are beautiful. Like, pretty much every love story I've ever heard from an elderly couple just brings joy to my heart, genuinely.
It was different for me. I fell in love late.
Yeah.
And did you get married?
No, unfortunately, my partner, she passed away. She died, unfortunately.
Oh, awful.
That was a sad thing. Yeah, she got sick.
Oh.
I'm gonna cry.
No, don't. No.
Oh. Bro, I'm gonna cry. Jeez, man. Damn. It's just, I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. It's just like, dang. Like, when you're going through life, I can't even, like, I can't even imagine that. Like, thinking about my wife, I'm just like, I like, being without that person that you love so much, I'm just like, man, dude, can't even imagine it. Like, I feel like the kid's reaction is completely valid. It's just like, because you think about the person that you love and they're just not there anymore, you know? And it's just like, I mean, it rips me up thinking about that kind of stuff. It really does. But I mean, props to this gentleman for just, you know, like, saying, like, no, you don't need to cry. Like you don't need to cry. You know, it's just, it happens. And that's one of the things that, like, growing up, things happen. You know, like, even, like, deaths of people that are close to you, you know, they happen. And it's awful, obviously. It's terrible. But it is something that does occur. And it's something that we don't really have a choice in accepting. We don't really have a choice. We kind of just have to accept it, you know? At some point, we're going to go through those stages of grief. We're going to be angry. We're going to deny it. We're going to refuse to accept that it's true. We're going to bargain. We're going to find every means possible to not accept it. But at the end of the day, acceptance is the healthiest thing that we can do. It genuinely is.
These things happen, Sean. That's life.
It's
But
life.
I have very good memories.
And that's what matters. That's what matters. You keep that person, you keep those people you love alive by remembering them. Because the memories you have of them are, dude, they are the most precious thing that you will ever hold on to. They're more precious than anything else. So, like, make those memories with people. Like, for real. Go to those family get-togethers. Get together with your friends. You don't know who is gonna be there tomorrow and who isn't. You just make those memories. Like, make those lasting connections, for real.
Very good memories. And you live, a lot of the time you live in your head with memories. You can remember all the good things, and that's the important thing.
Oh, I love that. To give each other advice. Okay.
Well, the
Okay.
advice I would give to you, Sean, is you don't have to be rich to be happy.
Yes.
Do the
Preach.
things you like doing that make you feel good.
Preach.
Because when you're happy yourself, everybody else is happy.
That's so true. That's so valid. That's so valid. Like, do your best to make yourself happy. You know, make yourself happy, make your family happy, make God happy. Like, for real. Like, just make others happy. Make yourself happy. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy thing that you can do. It's not going to be something that happens overnight, but it is something that is a mountain worth climbing for all of us. Like, that is a mountain that is worth the climb. Every single time is happiness. Genuine, true happiness. That is worth it. 100%.
And Sean, do you have advice for Des?
To like act normal. Don't be silly. Don't bully lots of people.
I love this kid's advice.
The people I know in school, like my friend Alex in school, whenever he gets hurt, I hug him.
Oh.
It might not be
Oh, sorry. Got another bot here. Every time. There's always bots, like, all the time on Twitch, man. I swear.
able to work.
Oh, that's a good advice. And be yourself. Don't let other people tell you what you should be.
I appreciate so much the mindset that this kid Sean has. Like, I appreciate it a lot. I really do. Just the fact that it's like, just be kind to others, just be nice to other people, don't be mean to other people. Be like, I love that he said act normal. I'm like, was he not acting normal this entire time? He was saying don't be silly, and I think the reason why he said that is probably because his parents have told him that in certain situations. It's like, Sean, don't be silly right now. Like, this is a serious situation. So he probably thinks that as an adult, you can't really be silly. You can't really joke around. You have to be serious all the time, because that's probably his experience with adults. You know? I love that.
Just be as you are. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
And I'm sure your life is going to be very successful.
100%,
you have all
man.
the right things. You have all the right things to do. All your good friends.
Dude, I'm gonna freaking cry, man. Just reaching out for the hand is everything, dude. That's everything, bro. That's a good kid. That's a good kid. Parents are doing a good freaking job, man.
And keep those friends going. And keep life going. Oops.
Oh. Man. That's a great kid, man. That's a great kid. Good job, parents. Good job, mom and dad. Oh, God. That was incredible. My God. What an amazing video. My God. Facts, you earned my sub. That was amazing. That was amazing. Wow. Such a heartwarming video with these two. Such a heartwarming video. I'll link it in the chat, because my God, like, you guys need to watch this, like, 100%. Please watch it. It's such a great video. Man, just the advice that they were able to give each other, as well as just the experiences they were able to share, you see the carefree nature that you have when you're younger versus the very careful nature of when you're older. Because as you age, you have these experiences that age you. It's not just that you're getting older, it's that all these experiences are making you older. They make you older mentally, emotionally, physically. And then you meet someone who's younger, and it's like, they haven't been affected by that stuff. And God bless them, man. Like, genuinely. Like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, not needing to worry all the time about, you know, the world at large and its big issues, you know? But yeah. Phenomenal video. Please go watch it. It's just great. But yeah, for now we're gonna close out stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Much appreciation. And it looks like the stream didn't drop today, which is awesome. But yeah, real quick before we go, we will open up these chests. See what Bongo Cat's got for us. Oh, it's like the same one that we have going right now. Okay. And then we got Sick Bongo Cat. That is how I'm feeling. Bongo Cat is trying to tell me something. All right. Much love, you guys. Very much love. And I will guess I'll see you guys very, very soon. Laters.